I'm Daniel Miller, and this is Lenawee. We have our cameras in the hands of our student reporters around Lenawee County to get a first-hand look at the incredible experiences going on around us. Entrepreneurs are a key part of the community throughout Lenawee County. Some of these individuals came together with students to talk business and hear what these future business owners had to say. Let's get down to it.
So I was 17, getting in a lot of trouble, really wasn't sure what I was going to do with my life. And I picked up a pair of clippers and I just fell in love with it. Man, let me tell you, that was tough. If you have love for what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Today is an event where students are going to come up with a business concept, and they're going to have about an hour to come up with a 2-minute infomercial to pitch their concept. And at the end of the day, they're going to do some great pitches. Kids come up with just wonderful ideas to pitch.
I think that one of the main benefits of this event is students not only get a chance to present their ideas, but they can sort of see the tie of entrepreneurialism into a variety of career options. Our county in particular, along with many other in the area, have a rich history of being built off of entrepreneurs.
We're going to start with an introduction, and then we're going to go right into a panel discussion with local entrepreneurs, talking about their venture, their history in entrepreneurship. Then we're going to go into an ideation exercise where they come up with a business concept, and then they have about an hour to put together a 2-minute infomercial on that concept. At the end of the day, they pitch their concepts.
But instead of going out and buying another binder for $3, you can buy the binderoo for $1. And I'm just going to say that the binderoo holds a lot more stuff than a plastic old binder.
Well, I know it would help. Sun shield.
Do you constantly find yourself going out to grab some fast food because it's the fastest option? Well, that won't be a problem if you have Instameal.
This is for anyone who likes camping, hiking, or anything outdoors. And if you get bored, you have the projector tent.
It's just a great experience to hear from these entrepreneurs and learn good business skills for later on in life.
I didn't really know what to expect. I had no clue what was going to happen, but I thought it was really cool how we got to just get in groups and work with each other, and they give us different steps of what we had to do, and we just got to make up our own things and then present them to people, and it was just a new experience for me, so it was fun.
We hope it was an enjoyable experience and they had some fun, because I do think they will have some fun, but also the importance of understanding that even their ideas at their age right now are important and can be built off of, and somebody sitting in this room may have the next great idea.
So I think that from today, I'll use this a lot in my later life, because these entrepreneurs showed me that you can still make mistakes, but you can pick yourself right back up easily and get right back on track. So it's good to know for going into college, going on to my new job, going on to later jobs in the future.
Also, I'm interested in opening a business one day, hopefully, so they really taught me a lot about don't give up and just continue to keep on trying, and you'll get there one day.
Don't give up on your dreams. Just keep doing what you got to do. Everything works out in the end, but you got to have a goal in mind. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow the crowd. If you follow the crowd, you'll probably end up where they're going. But if you go on a different path and you just believe in yourself and go think outside the box, you know what I mean? You'll end up pretty good.
What an amazing opportunity for those students. Lenawee County Schools really do the best they can to help the students get a head start on adult life. Like over at Madison Schools with their Senior Career Development Program. Let's find out what it's all about.
Making an Adobe Spark presentation.
As part of junior seminars, students are looking at careers and the pathway that they're heading. So we have done research on a variety of careers.
I'm a speech and language pathologist and a healthcare social worker.
Corporate law and attorney.
Depending on which level they are at, these students that are doing the Sparks have researched 5 careers, narrowed it down to 2, and then have done their Spark, which is a creative opportunity for them to present their information to their classmates in order to help narrow down their career pathway.
And Ms. McGormley described it. It's kind of like a different way to tell a story. It's almost like the 2.0 of PowerPoint.
Students' creativity is one of the best things that we can bring out in kids. They have the opportunity to look at careers and then present it in the best way that they can, so that their classmates can learn about the different career pathways. This is a great opportunity for students to learn about their future before getting out of school and having to make decisions. So it's very enjoyable looking at kids making decisions about their future and where they're heading.
What a great way to help students narrow down their career search. Next, we'll hop over to my hometown of Onstead to take a quick look at the new middle school guitar class that's coming up right after this break.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Oh, we have had guitar for about 5 or 6 years now, but this is the first time that we've taught it here at the middle school. We do all the different stuff. So we learn chords, we learn how to play the individual notes. So having a lot of repetition every day on each one of those is kind of what we strive for. So by the end of the semester, they'll have a pretty good handle on a lot of different guitar things. The right positioning for the different chords, remembering which strings to push down, remembering where things are without looking at your fingers. We want to learn how to look at the music and not have to stare at our fingers every time we play stuff. Those are all big challenges. But they have the knowledge to teach themselves more, so they can do that. They can play pretty simple melodies. We get through all 6 strings, so they know all the notes in what we call first position on the guitar. So they'll be able to look at music and read simple tunes. They'll know how to do that. So they'll actually have a pretty good foundation, and then they can grow from that if they choose.
I had a great time filming at my school and getting to hang out with those future musicians. Music education has a great home at Onstead schools. Many schools offer more than just educational experience, though. Many schools and programs offer trips to many different places. We got the scoop on one of those trips coming up next.
Every year that I've been teaching, 23 years, I've always taken a group of students to the opera. Any student that earns an A in my class goes for free. And we actually go downtown to the Detroit Opera House. We go to dinner at either Mario's or Sinbad's. I rent a bus and we just drive down, and it actually is a really nice event. Now, if you get an A-, I don't reward excellence with a free one, but they have to chip in like 30 bucks. Okay, so that's for dinner and the ride down. And a B+ would be like $40. And it's an incentive to say, getting an A in my class is hard. It really is. But if you do get the A, I'm going to reward you. And so for 23 years, we've gone downtown, and my wife and I really like doing it. I started at a charter school about 25 years ago, and we went to Tiger baseball games. And we did that for a couple of years, and it sort of became mundane. And we wanted to try something different. So I asked the group of kids that I had at that time, what would you like to do? Would you like to try something new? And a group of them said, can we try the opera? And I loved it because my wife and I go where we love doing it, Jen. And so the first year we had 80, because the school pitched in. It was a small charter school. We had 83 kids go from grade 6 through grade 12. And it was just an unbelievable time. There were only 3 chaperones. And you couldn't believe the Opera House when 80-some kids come walking in, and this was a Friday night. The opera was Don Quixote, which is one of the longest 3 hours but my kids were excellent. And again, with only 3 chaperones, it just went extremely well, and the kids were excited. Can we do it again? Can we do it again? And then I made it sort of more of my own classroom. I'm taking my kids, because the school said we can't do that every year. And so I just decided, Jen, that I'm going to do it. So, yeah, it's been kind of exciting.
It was pretty fun. It was a different experience than anything that I've been to before. I've never really been to an opera, so it was pretty cool to go and see it.
There has to be a tangible benefit. And, you know, you say, are you going to the opera? Most people anywhere that you meet, I've never been, I've never gone, I don't like opera, and they've never seen it. All the years that I've been doing this, I would have to say there's probably only a handful of kids that said, I'm not doing this again. Now, I can tell you right now, I have a young lady who here at Adrian, this will be her 4th time. She's actually paying me money out of her own pocket to go just because she likes going. when I was at the Taylor School District, one of the gentlemen there actually loved opera so much that he actually flew down to Sydney Opera House to see an opera down there. And he said, Mr. Allure, it's all because I just love doing this. And so his job allowed him to travel, and he made sure the fact that he went to Sydney Opera House. I've never been, so I'm kind of jealous about that. So, yeah, I'm just trying to open up doors. And we've gone, like this, we're not going to the opera, we're going to the ballet. We're actually going to go see Alvin Ailey's Modern Dance, so it's something different. Last year we went to see An American in Paris, the musical. And so I'm just trying to say, look, there's more out there. If you work hard, and the kids that get an A in my class work hard, I'm going to reward you. And like I said, I really love doing it.
I've been to school musicals, but that was one of the nice musicals, professional musicals, and it was really nice, and I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
It opened my eyes, to some other maybe interests I had or in the future or something like that.
I'm opening up doors for kids that may have never had the opportunity. How many kids can afford a $75 opera ticket, $50 meal, and the whole 9 yards? And this is just something my wife and I, we work out a deal with the Opera House, and I turn kids into lifelong they love the arts. I can't tell you how many times, like I said, Taylor's going for the 4th time because she loves going, and it's opening up a door for her that she wouldn't have had. And it does it for so many. Again, some kids say it's not for me. It was nice, but I can't tell you over the years how many kids have said, I want to do it again, I want to do it again, I want to do it again. We love doing it, and I'm going to continue doing it as long as I'm a teacher.
What an out-of-the-box way to inspire students to work hard. If more high schools offered work-based rewards like this, grades could go up across the country. Next up, the Natural Resources class is going to show us how to put together an aquarium without any aquatic casualties.
Today we're going to set up an aquaponics tank for tilapia. The first thing we do is get rocks and then wash them off so that there's no bacteria in them. We put the rocks in to filter out the feces. The next thing we do is put the backdrop on it. That's just so that it blocks out the light and it doesn't create bacteria. Now it's time to add the water. You want to fill it up until it's an inch from the top. When you dump the water in, the rocks get disturbed, so you have to fix them. After that, you put in the filter, and you gotta put water in it so that it doesn't burn. And then you put in the bubbler, and it's to oxygenate the water. We know we're gonna be putting a tilapia fish in there, so we kind of try to simulate their environment. When you're putting the fish in, you want to let it sit in the water for 5 minutes to let it adjust to the water temperature so it doesn't go into shock. And now the tank's ready to put a tilapia fish in.
That's all for this episode. Until next time, I'm your host, Daniel Miller. And remember, make it a great day, Lenawee.